Hello there, everybody. Welcome to 14 Minesweeper Variants. Probably, I don't want to be rude, probably like the worst name ever for a game. But am I excited to check this one out, dude? This is the next game by Artless Games, which they made Understand as well, which is one of my favorite puzzle games to release pretty much ever. So this is their next game. It's a Minesweeper game, but the rules are changing, and there's different Minesweeper variants inside of it. You can kind of see already, so we start here at V5, and then we're going to be able to branch off into other nonsense as time goes on. I love Minesweeper. I know that sounds like a very loser thing to say, but I do love Minesweeper. I think it's a incredible little puzzle game, especially to be built into Windows is super cool as a good puzzle game. This ain't gonna be no demon crawl, but it's still gonna have that good Minesweeper-y puzzle goodness that I'm excited about. So let's hop in. So the rules here. Okay, so vanilla Minesweeper, right, is what this is. Vanilla. Each clue represents the number of mines in the 8 surrounding cells. So when you're given something like, I mean, in this case, it's really hard to tell what the heck would actually go on in this scenario, but the point is, it's Minesweeper. Look, I can't save you, okay? If you don't know what Minesweeper is, I can't really save you in this situation. Things are only going to get harder and harder as time goes on. But it'll make sense, okay? All puzzles can be solved without guessing, so that's an incredible situation for sure. It'll make sense once we get going. I'll explain what I'm doing, and it'll be good. So, if I perfect 3 levels of a vanilla 5x5, then I unlock the vanilla 6x6. Fantastic. If I clear 1 level of a vanilla, I unlock a Q of 5x5, which I have no idea what the hell Q is. And I also unlock M, which I have no idea what that is, and that's likely what these 2 little locks are in there. So let's do this, right? This is a vanilla, nothing special. Here's also what appears to be like the level code. So I think you can maybe like recreate this or something. Left mouse button, click and hold to draw in drawing mode, right click to erase. So I could just like add some notes here as well. It's actually pretty cool, and I'm sure that's going to likely be useful. I do not want to skip the level, and I don't want to hint either. So let's see. What do we know about our grid immediately? I don't want to be in paint mode, okay? Although, however, it would actually be pretty useful to show here. So we know immediately a lot of information about our grid. Not a lot, but enough. Actually, we know a lot. We know a lot of information about our grid. So take a look at this 2 right here. Dude, being able to draw, I feel like I'm a professor or something. This 2 means there's 2 mines touching this 2 right here, which has to be this one and this one because those are the only ones that he sees, right? Once he's completed, I mean, this 2 right here also has to see only 2, and he also sees these 2, right? Which means that this spot is clean and this spot is clean, which is some great news for me. So I am going to click off of this. I'm just going to have spatterings all over. This is clean and this is clean. These are mines, which is great. And then they X those out and we're all good. Fantastic. This 4, so that means that there's 3 others that are touching here besides this 1. This 2 means that there's 1 other touching, and it's one of these 2, right? But then it means that one of these 2 also has to be safe. This is guesswork here right now, so let's focus our attention down here to start instead. So what does it mean down here to have a 3-1? So 1 is an interesting thing. Since this 3, you have 2 spots here. I'm talking down to you as a child right now so you understand Minesweeper. Then I'll start to have my own brain broken in the future. But we have this 3. These 2 spots right here are guaranteed to be mines, right? Because if you instead had... I actually can't undo a mine. Once you pick a mine, you're donezo. Okay. But if we had put the mines here, that means that this 1 is touching multiple things, right? which cannot be done. So one of these two has to be the mine for this one. One of these two has to be the remaining mine for this one, which guarantees that those two are safe. Okay. Now this one's a little bit trickier. So if we know, I'm getting back in the paint mode, man. We know that if this one right here is this, right, which could be for those guys, then this would be safe and this would be safe, and then all three of these would be flags to fulfill the rest of this 4. But on the flip side, if this was the one here, I'm gonna switch back to drawing mode. It's gonna take me like a little bit to understand this. Haha. If this was the one instead, that means this would be clean, right? Then that opens up where either this or this is bad, right? And then it would mean that still all three of these are bad. So in the end, what does that mean for me? It means that all three of these are bad. And I can with confidence come in here and delete all well, not delete, but make sure that all three of those are mines. But I don't have enough info yet to know exactly what's going on with these spots. But this info has now provided me with even more good knowledge, right? Because now we know that this 4 is technically a 1 at this point, and we know that one of those 1s has to be here, so this is safe. So where does that put me? Okay, that puts me into a position where I have 3 remaining mines on this level. Okay, we know that one of them has to be here. We know that one of them has to be here, which is leaning me to believe it's this one. Although then that's going, so actually, no, we know a ton, man. We actually know the whole level. We know the whole level because this 3, which is technically a 1 now since it already sees 2, we know that it has to touch one of these. So this spot, and this spot are all safe. Why are you question marks? I hate that a lot. Oh, you're also a 1 that already touches this. So this is bad? Interesting. So why put question marks? The question marks are a little... They give a ring I don't care for, but then we know that's a mine. So, look, it's a perfect clear. We're very happy with this. Please return to the level selection panel to view our new set. Okay. Send me back. So now we unlock more levels. And these are going to start to get more interesting. So, this is where my brain starts to break, by the way. Quad. I click. There must be at least one mine in every 2x2 area. Okay. That's it. Hi, hello, yep. Yo, it's a rare voiceover Tyler coming in the middle of the episode. Important little note here. Tyler didn't know that the 2x2 meant that every 2x2 spot on the board had to have a mine. He thought it was just all the open spots of 2x2 on the board when the puzzle starts had to have a mine. Believe it or not, that makes a big difference when solving the puzzle. So when you're wanting to yell at the screen here and be really upset with me, just know that I misunderstood the rule a little bit. We'll get there in the end. Don't you worry. Okay, send me in. Let's do it. So there has to be a mine in every 2x2 area. So in this spot here... Oh, God, dude. There's so many 2x2 areas. There's so many 2x2 areas. Is it weird I don't even know where to start with this one? There must be at least one. So not just one, at least one in every 2x2 area. But keep in mind, so this is a 2x2 area. You know, these 4, give me this. This is a 2x2 area. But then along with that, I change color. This is a 2x2 area, right? And then also, you know, this is a 2x2 area. So there's a lot of 2x2s that we do have to think about as we're going through this. This is me primarily stalling because I'm not even sure I know where to start. This is a funky boy immediately. I think this 4 is what I want to focus on to start. So he sees 6 cells. We know that there has to be a mine in this box and this box, which then guarantees, this 4 guarantees each of them because he can't fill anything else. But do we actually know enough about his placement? Also, what is this? Click to erase all drawings of the current selected level. Okay, yeah, that's super useful. In drawing mode, we can also just... okay. It's very useful. I don't have to actually click anymore. Okay. Cool. What does this question mark mean, by the way? So is this just a random... We don't know what this spot is? It's very intriguing. I've never seen that done in Minesweeper before, where it's a revealed spot, but we still don't know what it is. It's funky. It's very funky. Mine count, sometimes you need the mine count itself or together with other clues to proceed. Yeah, that makes sense. Must be 1 mine in every 2x2 area. I'm just gonna keep on reading the damn rules. What logic am I missing here? Okay, let's look at this 2. So this 2, if it's this, right, then this 3 has to be this. On the flip side, actually, if this 2 is this, then this 3 has to be this. And if this 2 is this 3 has to be this. So that actually confirms for us, we know that this is a mine. So now we can think of this as a 2-2-2 in here instead. Which in a lot of ways is a more interesting way to think about this. I'm actually going to rewrite those to be 2s instead. Can I just use a white? I'm just gonna use white here. So you're a 2 and you're a 2. Okay. Where does that put me in terms of this 4? Well, that now means we also know we've maintained our 2x2 spot down here. We know some stuff, right? This 4, so if we had something like this, that fulfills that already, which means you'd have to do something like this or like this instead. But then if you had this, that means you would have to have like that or that. I think what we're seeing is that you're guaranteed that spot to be I don't need those to say 2, man. I really don't. Just get rid of that, please. Get rid of that. I don't need that to say that. I think this spot's a guaranteed. Based on the logic inside of this. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong, actually. But now this is a 3. So we're basically dealing with a 2-2-2-3. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, I don't know, man. I think I need to just guess. But I know that these can be solved without guessing, which is why it's breaking my brain a little. We don't know enough about this 2, right? And we don't know enough about this 2. Although, actually, hold on. That's an interesting 2 because of his relation to this 4. Right? Because that means Oh, dude, this 2, 3, 4 is a fascinating little tidbit right here, right? Because let me show you the logic. If this 4 touches, excuse me, turn off this please. If this 4 touches those 2 spots, that means this is clean and this is clean, right? Which also means this is clean and this is clean, because this 3 now sees these 3 spots, right? Which then confirms that. And now we have a solution, right? However, if this was instead like this, that's going to shut off that, which is going to mean that those are in. And then that means this is off. And then that leaves either one of these two. And the difficult part here is that this square is a huge unknown that helps us like way too much. It helps us way too much. I'm trying to see if there's a pattern where we can guarantee some spot safe or not. So if those 2 are bad, that means all of these are good. And then that would be good. And then this 4, those are bad. I'm starting to see that like this spot is almost always bad. No matter how the 2 is configured. I mean, let's chart this out, right? So if I'm gonna use different colors for this. So if these 2 are bad, that means this spot is not. This spot is not. This spot is not. This one is. This one is. Then give me another color. Say instead it's this one, this one. Then this spot is not. This spot is not. This is a lot harder to piece together in my head than I thought it was going to be doing it like this. Boy, I don't. There is logic here, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That's a toughie, man. That's a toughie. Okay, give me a guess that this is safe. Okay, what does that tell me? What does that tell me? That tells me that only one of these 2 is bad. So that means that, well, it could be this that's bad. If that's bad and that's not, then that means this is how that has to be. And then this would not be. This would not be. That could work. Okay, that could work. What if on the flip side, it was something like this? Then if those 2 are bad, then just again, I mean, there's a lot of possible scenarios that arise. I don't know what we're doing. There must be a mine in every 2x2 area. Yeah, but how do we know it's this one? That is... Unless... Hold on. No, I don't know why this spot has to be. Why do you have to be? If you're a mine, I mean, does that make my life easier? I don't know. Okay, I clicked the mine. Hit me with a restart on this one. Why are you... We know this is bad. Why are you bad? We know those are safe now too. Which means we also know that's the mine, but that's beside the point. You know, we can click through these now. But my understanding of why it is... I mean, these question marks are fricked, man. I mean, once again, this actually puts me in a very, very difficult position. So one of these 3 has to be bad. Okay, skip the puzzle. Skip the puzzle. Give me another one. Oh, dude, it was the stupid quad rule that I think I'm messing up. Okay, let's maybe tackle a new one. See if my brain can comprehend it. I'm not used to this quad rule. So we need to document the quad rule. So there's one in this box, okay? And then there's another in this box. That's all the quad rule's telling us on this one. At least one in each of those. Where do you start? Well, you know those two have to be bad, right? Because only one of these can be bad, which also means that's good. Okay. So then one of these two has to be bad, which also means one of these two has to be bad. By one of these two being bad, that does guarantee our box here. So you don't necessarily need it to be this one, but I don't have any reason to believe that. Oh, we also, this 4 is kind of interesting. So we know one of these two is going to be it. So one of these 3 has to be, which means 2 of these 3 are safe. Whether that means much to me, I don't know. There must be at least one mine in every 2x2 area. So for this one, does not matter. There's no mines in any slot here. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So, what do we know? What do we know? We know that 4 are attached to this, but only 1 is in here. So 3 are in this spot within here. I'm gonna jot that down. So this, we have 3. And then in here, we have 1. Okay? Just so we know a little bit. Then we also know within here, we have 1. And within here, we have 1. So that puts us at, we know 6 of the 8 remaining mines. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. So then this 3, I think that... So you're actually a 2 because of this 1 right here. If it's this spot, then obviously you're a 1. If this touches, it's obviously even more of a 1. That doesn't leave a lot of space for mines, right? Doesn't leave a lot of space at all, which tells me that down here, you probably have even more mines, which is messy. That's very messy. I think the more likely scenario is you have a mine in these top 3, which means this spot right here is safe. It is. It's not going to tell me what that is, which is rude. It was very rude. But it is a known situation. So that tells me that likely... Well, it now means that all 3 of those are mines, right? And I think, so here's the one that's a little tricky, right? It's this 3. If this spot right here, and I'm actually gonna clear, there's gotta be a quick way to get rid of other stuff. Okay, and we know, I actually didn't want to get rid of this box, but that's fine. We know what's gonna go on in there. Just clear it all. Clear it all. Get rid of it all. We know if this 3 ends up... Give me back my small boy, please. We know that if this 3 ends up being here, this is safe, right? Then you have one of these 2, right? And then only 1 between those 3, which means that one of these down here... One of these down here would have to be a mine, right? But we have no knowledge down here. So since there's no guess, does that confirm these as safe? Is that the piece that I'm... It's not the piece that I'm missing. So what's the hint? This has to be bad? I don't know what your question marks mean. This is still a quad issue? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm stupid. I'm stupid? So every 2x2 square, every that you have on the grid. Holy crap, this makes so much more sense now. This makes so much more sense. Okay, so every 2x2 has to have a flag in it. So since these three are all good, this has to have a flag. Holy frick. Okay, that makes so much more sense. So now this 2x2 has to have one in it. Okay. God, that makes so much more sense. This does not do a good job of representing that because this makes it seem like there's no mines, right? I can't be the only one that thought that. I think maybe I'm stupid. There's a chance I'm actually stupid. Okay. That opens up so much more opportunities for us, though. So we know within this box, I mean, we already knew that one of these two had to be a mine, right? In this 2x2, we already have. In this one here, it's going to be one of these two. In this one, same. But in this one, not, right? Same with this. So there has to be one between these two. Only one, though, right? Only one. Down here, I mean, we knew this was a mine. It's a little cheaty because I clicked it, but we knew it was a mine. So what? What logic are you trying to teach me here? I feel like I need to use these hints at the beginning, man, to comprehend what the hell this game is talking about. Why are these? There must be at least one mine in every 2x2 area. But that's not physically possible. Like I marked the wrong mine. Okay, yeah, I mean that's accurate, but you just told me they were all... Unless you're trying to just tell me to look at these in relation to this. Ah, that's exactly what you're telling me? Yeah, that's exactly. It's just a hint. It's not saying anything, okay? Yes, I know, I accidentally clicked. That one's on me, okay? That one's on me. We know this is safe, right? Because... No, wait, I don't know if we knew that was safe. I marked the wrong mine? Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. We've completely fricked this one up, like something fierce. Then we know that has to be a mine, right? Which means that's all good. This means that... What does it? This has to be, that has to be, and then this 4, that has to be. Okay. Do me a favor. Take me to the next level. I want to try this again. Those 2 have to be a mine. What a lovely day. This 3 means this has to be a mine. Okay, because if 2 of these, well, actually that confirms all 3 of those have to be safe, right? Which also confirms this has to be a mine because of this 2x2 block right here. Oh, dude, this is brain breaky for sure. The brain is breaking, fast and ready. We know one of these 2 has to be. This slot is better to have a mine, right? Because it covers more 2x2 space. Not that that necessarily matters, but we also know that one of these 2 has to be a mine. That's just logic speaking. So keep in mind, no guessing, right? No guessing is needed to solve these. So one of these 2 has to be bad. If it was this one, that means this is safe, and then there's 2 over here. Which is all fun and dandy. I mean, there's nothing really stopping us from those being there. But then if this was instead, that means this is not. Oh, never mind. We know this has to be. right here because of this 2x2 block right there. Okay. Another 5, huh? That's completely fine. We know this has to be bad, and then one of these two has to be bad. Right? Which means this is safe. Which means this is safe. Which means those are safe. That's bad. There's 3 remaining mines, okay? We know 2 of them are down here. 2 of them are down here. We know no information on this line. How am I supposed to solve this with no information? Because there has to be a mine in every 2x2 area. That's how we have to know this. Okay. Okay. So there's one between these two. There's one between these two. And there's one between these two. And then we know there has to be 2 down here. So using logical deduction, it has... No! Come on, man. There's no way. That's wrong too? It was up there? How? Oh, because you were already touching one, you dummy. I didn't see that one. Okay, frick you. Okay, go again. Go again. Just continue. It's muscle memory at this point. It's muscle memory. So, we know that has to be a mine. It's breaking me, man. It's breaking me big time. Now, this 5 is clearly our trouble child. God, dude, there's 14 different variants. I'm stuck on the second. This is our problem child because you cover a lot of ground, right? Same with this, right? This 4 gets like super messed up. What we do know is that has to be safe, right? Because one of these 2 has to get filled by this 4 at some point. Because even if you have... Oh, what am I doing, dude? I completely forgot that I can't just click willy-nilly, but God, it worked out in our favor, let me tell you. It worked out hella in my favor. I did not mean to click willy-nilly. I was just going to demonstrate that of those 3... This is why I need to... They need to have a hotkey to turn the brush on or something. There probably is, and I'm just dumb. Okay. Well, now that we know this, which was a complete guess... What do we know now? We know this has to be safe, which means that's safe, that's bad. That means those are bad, that's safe. And then what do we know here? So there's still 3 mines remaining, so all 3 of the... Okay, cool. Okay. I've learned properly. I've learned properly. So how do I unlock these? Perfect 3 levels of Q 5x5. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I haven't perfected any levels of Q 5x5. I perfected 1, actually. Okay, let's get back into this one. This will be last one of the day here. Last one of the day. What do we know immediately? We know this 3-3 here is a funky little boy. And we know there has to be a mine in every 2x2 area. The ones we don't know anything about right now. But the 3s we totally do, right? We totally do. What can we infer about you? I have no freaking clue. I have no clue. I actually have not even the slightest idea how to start this puzzle. It's secretly like a brilliant little design, but I have no idea how to start it. Give me a hint to maybe start it. What are you trying to tell me? There must be a mine in every 2x2 area. Yeah, that's so brilliant. What the frick? I'm telling you, my brain is not interacting with quad quite enough. So this 2x2 area means that there has to be this in here, which means those have to be. Same on this side. Are you freaking kidding me? Yeah, because we don't know anything about that. Those are on different levels. Okay. You know what? No. Give me a brand new level, okay? We have to be smart with this. We have to be smart with this. As soon as I make a mistake, just skip the level and move on. You've made your mistake. Now you gotta lie and torture. Okay? This 3 means this is bad. Guaranteed, right? Now this 2 does mean that one of these down here is bad. I'm gonna mark that. So one of these has to be bad, if not both, okay? No, actually, one of those has to be bad, and one of these has to be bad. It's split. Those are a pair, right? There's one somewhere in here, and there's one somewhere in here. That's good to know. That's very good to know. This 3 technically is a 2. They're all technically 2s right now. But these 2 get fulfilled by whatever the hell goes on in here, which is fine. This box is already fulfilled. Oh, we already know. Okay, so that has to be there. That is safe. That's great news for us. This 3, so only one more can go. What is that one more? I'm looking at 2x2 grids. Just having a nice, happy, healthy look at 2. Okay, because look at this 2x2 grid that is right here. Okay? Because of this 2x2 grid, one of these needs to have a flag, which then fulfills this 3. Which means that this is safe and this is safe, which means this is bad. Okay, now we're starting to... Now we're cooking with freaking gas, okay? Now we're cooking with gas. Let's erase this here. Erase everything, please. Then I will do a happy and healthy redraw, okay? We know that one of these has to be. We also know one of these has to be. I like working in boxes, man. I'm a box kind of guy. What else do we know? You're now a 2, technically, right? You're now technically a 2. We also know that one of your 2s has to be in this box here. Okay. And one of your 2s has to be in this box. Right? I should probably recolor that one. There's a bit of overlap here. So theoretically there could be one right here, and then that fulfills both of those boxes and then opens up space for other stuff. You also still have this box over here, which is a wonky one. This box down here is going to be fulfilled by whatever goes on here. So I'm not as concerned about that. I know it's definitely, it's a quad rule that we're missing here. Normal Minesweeper rules are not applying for this right now. I think adding all of my colors has made this significantly worse. It's just significantly harder to read. I think what maybe it's trying to tell me is that this is the logical conclusion, to just mark this as a mine. But I don't love that. I don't think that there's actual logic to back that up. We know there has to, I'm drawing boxes again, man. We know there has to be something in there, and we know there has to be something in there. If those are all different, then these 2 boxes are safe. That makes this bad. There's 7 remaining mines. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of remaining mines. I'm missing some simple logic, some simple conclusion here. What is the simple conclusion? You still have that up here, there's like 2 mines in this box. I don't know what that mine is. This 3. You got 1 in here. You got 1 in here. You know that. I mean, you know that from basic Minesweeper, but quad rule also applies for that. This up here is where it's a little weirder, right? Okay, I give up. What's my hint? How do we know this? So you're telling me that's a guaranteed good right there? Or is this just what I need to learn? So what are you trying to teach me? What are you trying to teach me? So because of the quad rule, there has to be something going on here. I don't know what you're teaching me. So are you saying that that is a mine? No, you're saying that's safe. I don't get why that was safe. It helps to unravel the puzzle, don't get me wrong. But I have no idea why it's safe. 2 remaining mines. I don't know why that was safe. I don't know why that was safe. We're 40 minutes in, dude. I gotta stop. I gotta stop. This was a blast, though. I had a lot of fun with this. You're probably, like, losing your mind right now. But I think that's part of the fun. 14 Minesweeper Variants. What an incredible little game so far. I'm happy to hop in and do more. Please like it so I can hop in and do more. I'm probably going to do more regardless, but some really good, thinky little puzzles in here. I had a blast with it. Thanks so much for watching. As always, liking the video, much appreciated. I'll see you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.